Welcome to Read in Minutes. Here's a short summary of the book, Fat Chance by Robert H. Lustig. If you enjoy it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get started. Fat Chance: Beating the Odds Against Sugar, Processed Food, Obesity and Disease by Robert H. Lustig is a comprehensive examination of the modern dietary landscape and its profound impact on human health. Lustig, a pediatric endocrinologist, delves into the science behind obesity, metabolic syndrome and chronic diseases, attributing much of these health crises to the overwhelming presence of sugar and processed foods in our diet. Lustig begins by outlining the historical context of the obesity epidemic, tracing its origins to the late 20th century when dietary guidelines shifted towards low-fat recommendations. This shift, he argues, inadvertently led to an increase in sugar and refined carbohydrate consumption, as food manufacturers replaced fat with sugar to maintain palatability. This change set the stage for a rise in insulin resistance, a key player in the development of obesity and metabolic syndrome. Central to Lustig's argument is the concept of fructose, a simple sugar found in many processed foods and sweetened beverages. He explains how fructose is metabolized differently from glucose, leading to lipogenesis, fat production, in the liver and contributing to insulin resistance, inflammation, and hepatic fat accumulation. Lustig emphasizes that not all calories are created equal. The metabolic pathway of fructose uniquely predisposes individuals to obesity and related diseases, independent of caloric intake. The book meticulously details the biochemical mechanisms by which fructose and other refined carbohydrates wreak havoc on the body. Lustig discusses the role of insulin, a hormone crucial for regulating blood sugar levels. Chronic high insulin levels, resulting from constant sugar and refined carbohydrate consumption, lead to insulin resistance. This condition, where cells become less responsive to insulin, sets off a cascade of health issues including type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and dyslipidemia. Lustig also explores the hormonal regulation of appetite and satiety. He introduces readers to leptin, a hormone produced by fat cells that signals the brain to reduce appetite and increase energy expenditure. In obesity, however, leptin signaling becomes impaired, leading to a state of leptin resistance where the brain no longer receives accurate signals about energy stores, perpetuating overeating and weight gain. The book doesn't shy away from addressing the societal and economic factors contributing to the obesity epidemic. Lustig critiques the food industry for its aggressive marketing of sugary and processed foods, particularly to children. He highlights the addictive nature of sugar, comparing its effects on the brain to those of addictive substances like alcohol and nicotine. This addiction is further exacerbated by the omnipresence of processed foods, creating an environment where healthy choices are difficult to make. Moreover, Lustig delves into the policy and regulatory landscape, criticizing government agencies for their role in promoting misguided dietary guidelines and failing to regulate the food industry's practices. He argues for a more robust regulatory framework to curb the consumption of sugar and processed foods, including measures like taxation, restrictions on advertising, and clearer food labeling. In addressing potential solutions, Lustig advocates for a comprehensive approach that includes individual, societal, and policy-level interventions. On an individual level, he emphasizes the importance of a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, particularly those high in fiber. Fiber, he explains, plays a crucial role in mitigating the harmful effects of fructose by slowing its absorption and promoting satiety. Lustig also underscores the significance of physical activity, not just for weight loss but for its myriad benefits on metabolic health. Exercise improves insulin sensitivity, enhances muscle mass, and helps regulate appetite hormones. However, he cautions that exercise alone is not sufficient to counteract the effects of a poor diet. It must be part of a broader lifestyle overhaul. On a societal level, Lustig calls for a cultural shift in how we perceive food and health. He advocates for better education on nutrition, starting from a young age, to empower individuals to make informed choices. Community-based initiatives, such as local food movements and urban agriculture, are also highlighted as ways to improve access to healthy foods and foster a supportive environment for healthy living. Policy-level changes, according to Lustig, are crucial for creating an environment that supports public health. He proposes several measures, including subsidies for fruits and vegetables, taxing sugary beverages, and implementing stricter regulations on food marketing, especially to children. Lustig argues that these changes are necessary to shift the food landscape towards one that prioritizes health over profit. Throughout the book, Lustig intersperses scientific explanations with real-life anecdotes and case studies from his clinical practice, providing a human element to the complex biochemical and policy discussions. His writing is accessible, aiming to educate and empower readers without overwhelming them with jargon. In conclusion, Fat Chance: Beating the Odds Against Sugar, Processed Food, Obesity and Disease by Robert H. Lustig is a thorough and compelling exploration of the multifaceted obesity epidemic. Lustig combines scientific rigor with practical advice, advocating for a multi-pronged approach to address the root causes of obesity and metabolic disease. By highlighting the dangers of sugar and processed foods and calling for systemic changes, Lustig provides a roadmap for individuals and policymakers alike to navigate the path towards better health.